Quake 2 on the N64 is probably my favorite first-person shooter on the system, which is saying a lot considering how many good ones there are. But I think this one's often overlooked because it's just a port of a superior PC game. But I think considering what they had to work with and what was done at the time, they pulled it off pretty well. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about it, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, and maybe see if it's worth picking up in 2020. So first of all, the controls kind of take some getting used to because they're inverted. So the first level or two is a little rough trying to figure out what's going on. You miss a lot of shots, you miss a lot of enemies, but you figure it out eventually. You can switch the controls up in the menu, but none of them are really that great. So I like to stick to the first one. The N64 obviously only has one stick, so it maps your other movements to either the D-pad or the C buttons. And I know it sounds kind of strange, but it works for what it is. And obviously you have your jump button, you have your switch weapons button, you have your strafe. So everything's there, it's just mapped a little weird. The graphics, I think, are a strong suit for this game. They're much improved over Quake 1 for the N64, and it uses the RAM expansion. And you can tell, it looks really good for what it is. I think it's a standout as far as graphics go on the system. The textures are a little blurry, and the enemies are a little blurry, whatever. It's the N64, what do you expect? Everything's kind of like that. But you can see everything, you can see what's going on, you can see enemies coming at you. The explosions look nice, but you put it up against GoldenEye or another shooter of its time, and I think it really does stand out compared to them. The weapon variety is really nice. You have all your standard stuff here, and of course you have your super shotgun and chain gun and rocket launcher and stuff like that. I really like using the super shotgun. Obviously, it's a id Software game, so that's the best gun to use. It really packs a punch, and it really feels good to shoot. Unlike a lot of games for the system, as first-person shooter-wise, sometimes the guns really don't feel like they have any weight to them. But Quake 2 definitely feels good in that department. There is a multiplayer aspect to it. You have your standard deathmatch, 4 players, this is what was available at the time. And it's really nostalgic, you and some friends sitting down, playing some deathmatch, how things used to be back in the day. So do I think Quake 2 on the N64 is worth picking up in 2020? Well, if you're a game collector or an N64 collector in general, I would say it's definitely worth picking up just to see what they're able to do at the time with the hardware limitations. But if you just want to play Quake 2 for the hell of it, there's probably hundreds of better ways to play this game. Like, I even have a copy of Quake 4 for the Xbox 360 that's on there. So if you want the best version of the game, definitely don't pick up the N64 version, even though it is a pretty good port in my opinion. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I really enjoy making these, especially on games like this that people don't talk about too much. And there'll be more coming in the future. I'm going to leave a few minutes of gameplay in here just so you can watch it if you want to and form your own opinion about the game. Thanks, bye.
You